All right then, that's fast, quick, but here we go. It's been a long time. Sorry I kept you. I'm gonna stop right there because I know YouTube be bullshitting on people's music. Anyway, man, that's your boy Big Game James. And that's right, it's not Big Game Sports Buzz, it's the Chop Shop. BGSE Chop Shop with Big Game James, the Buff Nerd, Jay Stoggs, and the musicologist A. Reed get together to chop it up. Sports, life, and entertainment. Welcome, fellas. How y'all been, man?
Good.
Busy.
Right, I hear you.
Doing playoff stuff, you know.
How are you busy doing playoff stuff?
You know, just we got to talk about playoff things, you know, playoff stuff, you know, look at rosters and, just that kind of deal right there, man. You know, looking at sports that's still going on for my teams. Yeah.
Hey, I always laugh at people that say we, Mike McCarthy. Like Mike McCarthy called your ass last night and asked you what you thought about what they're gonna do tomorrow.
He did, man. He was, I was like, who is this? Hey Jay, it's his Mike. Look, I just want to know what we got going.
Wow.
What you think about that? And I was like, hey Mike, just calm, man. Relax. RELAX. Relax.
All right.
It's just the Packers.
Buff Nerd been on them gummies again, y'all.
Hey, free your mind, free your body. And the rest will follow.
Anyway, NFL Wildcard weekend, a lot going on. Jay Stoggs and I talked about it a little bit on BGSB Thursday night, but really haven't had a chance to incorporate this conversation with our man Reed. And, you look at Reed's caption underneath his name. It says Bengals, 9-8, not in the playoffs. The NFC North was the only division that had all four teams with the winning records. Got three of their four teams into the playoffs. And so before we dive into these matchups, these coaching changes and everything else, let's go and put this shit out there, man. Does something need to happen and change with the format of the NFL deciding who gets in the playoffs?
How many?
Grind out. Hey, Reed, you said a whole lot, but I didn't hear not one word of it. Not one word. And you froze right now. Stoggs, what you think, man?
I'll take it. Yeah. So, I mean, listen, if you 9-6, if you have a winning record, and I'm kind of thinking of the NBA approach of, hey, take the top 16 teams, go for it, and that's the way you do it. You can't do that, but that's just something different. But I mean, it is what it is, man. Your division is what's the division. They talked about NFC least for a long time. Hey, but that's where your NFC champions are coming from.
How many wild card teams?
So it's one year they came from that. Now that's you speaking on what's anyway.
Big Low, what's good?
What's good, Big Low?
You have four divisions, and you have four division winners. Three of those, one gets the bye, the other three get in, and then they essentially get 3 wildcard spots, if my math is right.
Facts, Grandizer.
Jay Stoggs, you got the chat there? Appreciate you. No, this is the thing that's been going around, and the NFL has kicked the.
See how they do me. See how they do me. How they do me.
People have kicked the idea around in conversation on chats and on podcasts and everything else. Why don't you just do the top seeded teams on the NFC top seeded, the AFC top seeded? You put those teams in and not necessarily the division winners. Because we know this, the NFC South has been horrible over the last couple of years. Although I will still sit up here and say 3-time defending NFC South champions. You're goddamn right. I will say it, and I'll be proud of it because it's been done. I give 2 shits if my record was 9-8. It's still above 500. Goddamn it, we in.
But that's what I'm saying. We was above 500 too. We should have got off in it. We should have been in it.
But
We didn't do no dirty, man.
there's,
Just got to do the playoffs.
there's no one in the AFC that y'all could replace. I mean, what do they take? Texans don't go because you think y'all better than them?
Better than all of them.
They're not better than the Texans.
Better than the Texans. Better than the Browns.
No, you're not.
Better than all these bums.
No, you're not.
Better than KC.
No, you're not.
Bums.
You're not.
I'm
Maybe
saying it
KC.
as a fan. I'm saying it as a fan, but still I understand. I mean, look.
Take your heart out of it, though.
Look. Joe Burrow going down was just that was like that killed it, man. And I got to give a shout out to Jay Browning for doing what he did and trying to keep the ship afloat. But he at least got us to a winning record at the end.
He did a good job.
I can be proud of that. I'm just saying it's just wow that how the NFL is constructed when it comes to the playoffs, that your team can actually be, and you see it. We can have a winning record and still miss it, but yet my man James, Tampa Bay, they got the same record and they in it, but that's because of their division, how weak that division was. So I mean, I understand the nature of the game. It's just, man, that AFC North is a bad motherfucker, bro. It's a bad manager.
Hey,
you got to win those games.
Hats off to the North, man. And Reed, you're right. Browning did some things. First and foremost, as soon as Joe Burrow got hurt, everybody's like, oh, damn, it's over for the Bengals. So even to be where you are above 500, be competitive, says a lot about what you have in your personnel and what you can and can't get done, point blank, period. Mm-hmm. We talked about this in the NBA as well, like 1 versus 2, 3 versus 4, the East and the Western Conference, to where the NBA is talking about just going to a 16-team tournament at the end of the year to get to, the championship, so you get the best matchup.
Yeah.
Something like that might need to be done in football, but I also think that it just comes to, let's realign it. Get a better alignment of teams that match up better, and then you still get the right people to end the playoffs at the end of the year. I don't know, at the end of the day, division winners get in, they get to host a home game. Now, it's like, I'll go back to last year. Yeah, I was happy that the Bucks won the South. I was happy we had a game. We knew Dallas coming in was going to be like us walking uphill on ice in church shoes to get that W with what we had going on, right? So Is it always right? Hell no, it's not always right. But it's just the circumstances that we're given, and we just got to make the best of them as we can. But I want to see the NFL revamp some things, maybe a 0.4 point against system, some shit, something to make it where we get the best teams and best matchups. I don't think it's like college where you get cheated by a committee that votes you out and votes their buddies in. You know what I'm saying?
That shit is whack.
It's purely you when you.
First of all, it's not whack. They did it right. They did it right. They made the right choice. The right.
No one's speaking on anything, Jay Stoggs. Why you feel like your subconscious getting the best of you, where you just got to speak on some shit? What?
No, all I'm saying is.
So you believe Alabama should have been in the top 4, even though they lost the game?
Over Florida State?
Florida State was undefeated, right? Okay. It should have been 4 undefeated squad.
USF is undefeated.
It should have been 4 undefeated.
So hold on, you telling me USF should be in there if they're undefeated? Remember that year they were undefeated and they called themselves co-champs?
Yeah, they did. They made their own championship banner and stuff. Hey man, this is my whole thing.
I'm saying
the playoff, fix that next year. It should fix it with 12 teams. We'll see where it takes all that out of it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But I mean, circling back on the NFL, man, it's you still have to have divisions because of the rivalries and things like that, right? You can try to take the top 16 teams, or actually, yeah. I mean, it's tough to do that. I say you're just gonna have to win the games that you have to win. You have to win your division games and then common opponents. Like, to me, that's that's been the biggest thing as far as, and I can tell you from the NFC East, that's been the biggest thing I've had to look at. Like, okay, well, who did Philly play? And who did they win and who did they lose against? And who did we win and who did we lose against? Like, it's things like that where you have to take into account who you playing and how did you, did you beat them and they didn't?
Yeah.
Fast
Injury.
Them division games cost, man. I mean, you looking at 6 games, 6 must-win games pretty much a year.
Yeah, pretty much.
You should have won 10.
That and those AFC, those conference games too. You play within that one division in the AFC. Mm-hmm. You got to win those and those 2 out. And the same with the NFC teams, you have to do it. It's never going to be a happy medium. I mean, it's never going to be a way to satisfy everybody. But for the most part, like I said, the NFL gets it done correctly. No division wants to be the cellar dweller. Like, I don't want to go and do all these podcasts, and every time I get on there, everybody tell me how shitty the NFC South is. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to come on here and talk to y'all, and the first thing y'all say is like, "We should look at the end." Y'all see, that's what little people do when they're not close enough to you to get their ass choked out. Nobody wants to hear that. Stoggs is so excited now because we can't say NFC least anymore when we talk about the East because Philly represented in the Super Bowl last year.
Yeah.
Yeah, Philly, not Cowboys, Philly, the Eagles. Dallas still living off that shit they did in '95.
I mean, they got the Ring of Honor.
And got Jared. But anyway, man, that's kind of what that is on that with the division. I had to ask Reed about that because I knew the Bengals not being in there and even playing with backups, having people in and out the game all the time. But let's talk about some of these NFL coaching changes. We talked about it on the show last week, on our show, Reed, all these changes, everything coming up, and even at the college level, Nick Saban stepping down. First and foremost, y'all, Jerry Mayo being named the Patriots coach. Do you think that this was a fast transition and turnover from Thursday? Bill Belichick announced that he's stepping away from the Patriots. They're going to part ways to Friday. Jerry Mayo is named the coach. How do you feel about that whole transition and how things went?
They obviously had that in the back pocket. They knew what they was going to do. They knew what the backup plan was, and I'm sure that they got with Belichick about it. I personally thought that it was going to be Vrabel from Tennessee. I thought he was going to be the next one up, because he's had history over there. But, hey, they said they wanted to make a quick decision. And then from what I'm hearing, there was a lot of people inside of that organization, Patriots organization, that said it was going to possibly be Mayo up next. So it's just his time. So congratulations to him. Let's see what he can do.
I'm not mad at Mayo getting the job. Now he was a hell of a player. He was a hell of a player when he played for the Patriots. But at the same time, being a position coach is one thing, but to not necessarily have the experience as head coach to where that's why I thought Vrabel was going to be the front runner for that job. Mm-hmm. His style of coaching in Tennessee prior to their roster going to hell was good, right? Mm-hmm. So I thought that he would be the smart choice. I thought he would be the choice. I can't say smart choice because we haven't seen what Gerard Mayo does. But I hope Mayo gets a chance to fix what's going on with that goddamn New England roster because right now, I don't think they could beat a good third-grade flag football team.
No, man, they not. They're bad.
I think they're better than that. I think they're better than that.
I know they're better than that. I'm just saying.
I know what he's saying.
But there are reports. Yeah, but there are reports, though, that Vrabel actually wanted more control in Tennessee. And that was kind of the reason why they're like, you know what, we're good. So if he wanted that there, and they already had Belichick doing what he was doing in New England, and they were just getting worse and worse because of his picks and his GM and operations process, hey, they're like, look, we're going to go a totally different direction. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And it's really it's Belichick Jr. when you're looking at Vrabel. So they're trying to go in a whole different direction. I think.
Damn, I'm mad I ain't got the sound effects hooked up to this damn computer I'm on today. Belichick Jr.
Damn.
Belichick Jr.
Wow, bro. You are tripping with no map, but it's okay. So, Stars,
he's finna get picked up somewhere, though. He gonna get picked up somewhere.
So, Stars, do you like the Mayo hire? Do you think that it's something good? Are they really gonna give him a chance to get the right GM around him to get the personnel that'll can be successful in that division, which now seems like it's Miami's to lose every year?
In insurance talk, he's the gap, right? He's gap. What he is, he's going to be from Belichick to the guy they want.
Oh,
and the bandage coach.
Exactly. There's no expectation. Well, I'll say it like this. They're going to say all the right things, but the reality is again, they're saying, look, just keep it together. That way we're going to get the coach we want with the draft pick we want, because we're not high enough to get the pick we want, surrounded with the GM we want. And then once we do that, then we can bring in a coach and GM that's going to go ahead and get the QB and set up the system that they want.
You see this question right here? There you go.
Yeah, Grandizer, my man, he always be bringing up these questions.
That the Browns would make the playoffs with a lot of injuries and key players out. I'm not going to speak on this. I'm going to let him speak on it, but I'm just going to say Joe Burrow.
That's the answer. That's the answer, man. That's the head of the snake got cut off, man, for the end of for the end of the season. But again, man, Jay Brown did what he was supposed to do, and what he did was keep the team afloat to at least give them a chance to get into the playoffs, and that's all you can ask. You still had your key guys, even T. Higgins had got hurt before.
Yeah,
Jamar Chase had got hurt. But still you had Mixon in there that was still carrying a good load. Defense could have been better, of course, in a lot of aspects. But I tip my hat off. I have to tip my hat off to the Browns because they have one hell of a defense. Whatever that coach is doing out there, he's making it the best. And who would have thought that it would be Joe Flacco out of any other quarterback ever in the history of the NFL? That Joe Flacco, who was sitting on the couch bullshitting, just chilling with his family, he comes in and he's got these guys in the playoffs. So anything is possible. Anything is possible. I'm not mad at the Browns. I just want the fans to stop talking all your bullshit, because you need to win a division first before you guys can talk shit.
And my Kevin Garnett voice. Anything is possible.
Anything is possible. Yeah, anything is possible. But
I mean, look, their backup is better than yours. That's
that's all it is. These things happen.
At the end of the day, yeah.
I'm still happy.
I'm still happy we ended with a winning schedule. I'm happy about that. Trust me.
Y'all got to remember. Let's speak on what it is. That defense got them key wins in certain times of the season. Yeah. And that's the whole reason they ended up on the right side of the bracket.
Not bracket. Of games they could have lost.
Yeah, and the defense changed that. I mean, think about it. They beat San Francisco, dog.
Facts.
Nobody on this cast, and a lot of people out there, unless you a true dog pound fanatic, would have said that the Browns had a chance to beat San Francisco. Now, we know San Fran has some key components out, but that was their defense that won that game. And those are the things that got them in the predicament they're in now. That's why I picked them as an upset over the Texans, because Texans got some injuries on the offensive side of the ball. I think the Browns defense can keep them in that game. That's it.
I mean, yeah. I don't know if I would see. Well, I wouldn't actually call it an upset. If the Browns win, I wouldn't call that an upset, man. Got caught off the bench. He don't miss a beat. Don't. Man, look, I don't think James wants to do that because it's supposed to be like negative 50,000
Yeah, bro.
out there. Like, you know what I'm saying? And then plus you wouldn't be able to watch it because it's on Peacock. So hey.
The game is on Peacock.
Yeah, they tripping, bro.
Sure is.
I do have an app that can get that game for you. If you need it, I will send it to y'all after the cast.
Thanks.
Yes, sir. But but Grandizer, the Dolphins could call me for one more giddy up. I go out there and I won't go in the game, but I go out there and dress up. And I'll put my Parker on the sideline. I'll high five everybody. Cause I'll take that playoff check right now, y'all. Fuck what you're talking about. Always be yourself. I would take that playoff check, and if I had to at least give 2 plays, I get 1 play per half.
One play? You think
I'm not going to sit here and act like
I'm almost 50 years old, Reed.
Okay, you're right.
Listen,
you're right, bro.
I'm not going to sit here when Dallas was looking for a kicker. Don't act like I wasn't in my backyard trying to figure out how to kick a football. Shoot, when they had open tryouts, hell yeah. I know how to kick. I can kick it.
Yeah, man, you can kick it with us. You can't kick no football. Facts.
Hey, well, Oh, I found that out. I kicked that ball, like, I think it's probably about the second, third time, and the thing, like the back part of my leg, really start hurting. I was like, what is this? This don't
you
feel
gotta,
right.
I'm sure you got to kick like a minimum of like 40, 45 yards, bro. Just to even get a shot.
Nah. So, yeah, I got about a good, about 13, 14 yards on it.
Oh shit!
That's not even enough to kick a field goal after the touchdown.
No, but yeah, like my back leg bones start hurting, and I was out of there, man.
So you don't even know what the muscle's called, bro. It's just the back leg bone. You ain't got no name for the muscle.
My back leg bone, man, it started hurting, man. I was like, God, man, oof.
Oh, jeez. God.
That's a lot of hurt for 13, 14 yards.
Excellent.
I thought it was far too. I started walking, I was like, ooh, let's measure that.
Hey, you know what, though? That's what a lot of people don't realize because, it's easy to talk shit about a kicker, bro. It's easy to sit up and go, man, you got one goddamn job. Just kick the goddamn ball until you go out there and try to kick that shit. And then the practice uprights that they have, I know sometimes they will have them set. They have like the little bars that's like for the Arena League uprights. So you work on, so you just right down the middle every single time. And so my ass decided one day to say, let's see how easy this shit is. I'm glad there was no cell phones and social media to videotape that shit. When I tell you, it's just like roll. Man, hey, and in the NFL, you kick it without a tee on the ground. You kick it from the ground.
That's true.
No block.
Hey, are you front kick or soccer style? You toe style or soccer style?
Hey man, I'm old country. I was toe punching the hell out of the goddamn ball. Yeah. Hey, you said you had back muscle pain. I think I broke my toe. I think I had to buddy tape my big toe and my second toe to walk around for about a week because I thought I was gonna break my toe from toe punching it.
Wow, that's the only way I would know how to kick it. Man.
Hey man, like I'm not gonna lie. I remember back in the day, we made like a little noose on a string for like guys that kick. They would put it over the toe part of their cleat and pull it up, so pull your cleat up. So when you kicked it, you didn't toe punch. And I was like, I was that kind of kicker. Like that Tony Danza movie. Garbage pail picking, garbage can kicking. Yeah, I was like the garbage can kicker.
Bro, your movie references are so wild. Like what? Like,
you never heard of that movie?
No one has, man. I keep telling you, bro. You know what? You a Tubi before Tubi, bro. Like you.
Hey man. Hey Wallace, what's up, dog? Hey, stop. I'm telling you, bro. Tony Danza, okay, this movie, it was made for TV. It wasn't like no great theater movie. Tony Danza was a garbage man. And he got mad and he kicked the truck. Like something was broke on the trash truck. Tony Danza kicked that motherfucker. And somebody saw it and said, hey, you should kick for the Eagles. Next thing you know, he's the field goal kicker for the Philadelphia Eagles.
What kind of shit?
I can't make it up. I saw it. Hey, wow. It's called the field goal kicking, garbage pail picking. And it's Tony Danza is a kicker for the Philadelphia Eagles, dog. It's
based on a true story.
No, it's made up shit. It's made up. It's made up.
That makes so much sense because there's so many movies, I believe, about Philadelphia Eagles players. They like men, or they work in a bar, or they were bouncers and they got on the team. You know what I'm saying? It's like the Mark Wahlberg movie. I don't know. You know, I'm like,
but that was a true story, though. That was a true story.
I understand, but that's what I'm saying, though. The Eagles are always, it's like just regular old ass people that can play for the team.
Hey, man, look, my man Granddad.
Wow. The garbage picking, field goal kicking, Philadelphia Phoenix. This sounds, just reading it is like Ric Flair saying, field goal kicking.
No, I did not say this movie. I did not say this movie was great. No, I did not say this movie was great. I just said that it was a movie. But I will tell you this: the fish that saved Pittsburgh is fucking awesome. You need to check it out, man. I'm telling you.
We're not gonna talk about that, man.
Okay. The fish that saved Pittsburgh is off the chain.
Oh my god!
The chop, bro.
Jay Stoggs was born in '98.
Just read the name of that movie again. Jay
Stoggs not that young. Wow. Reed is young. Jay Stoggs not young. He just called me old.
Boy, I was born in '85, bro. '85. I just never heard about that movie.
Yeah, you good? Like I said, it was a made-for-TV movie, bro.
Chopping up, man. I can't hear you.
If Stoggs was born in '98, if he was, he been aging fast, man.
I think Stoggs was born in '81. Uh-oh. His Wi-Fi, his hotspot that got cold. Oh, damn, his hotspot. Oh, there he goes. Oh. Shit, there goes the buff nerd. Oh, there he is. I'm sorry. Hey, man,
look at him.
Don't look so upset. Hey, Tony Danza kicked your ass off the podcast like he kicked them field goals from the trash truck. Oh, shit.
Hey, you know what, I was around in '98.
Hey, White Shadow. Granddad, they don't know about that either, dog. But the White Shadow was a great team. Was a great show. We're talking about the coaching changes. Mayo replaces Belichick. So that New England job is gone. There's a bunch of other interviews going on right now. Where do y'all see Belichick's future?
Word on the street is ATL, man.
I know Atlanta trying. Do you think he would take that Atlanta job?
Don't know.
My man Wallace is in here. And Wallace, if you're still in here, man, jump in and let us know what you think, dog. Like
Big Low. I thought I saw him too. Big Low.
Low wasn't here earlier. I don't know if Low is still here or not. If he is, he can chime in on it. Can he put himself back in the God, dog? I mean, you need to go get some hand warmers for your hot spot. Then you got cold on us.
Put it in another spot when it's cold out there.
Go sit there in the windowsill.
Y'all doing it on purpose. Y'all kicking me off. They don't see that.
Ain't nobody doing purpose, bro.
Oh no! I mean, we would never kick out Dub Up Nerd.
Never,
bro. Now I'm not gonna lie. I thought about when I saw Cowboys War Room Annex. I did think about not letting your ass in the broadcast. I was like, fuck all this. He can't come in with that. He got to change his name first. But hey, Stars, Reed said he heard through the grapevine that the Atlanta Falcons really, really want Belichick. And I don't know if Big Low's still on or Wallace still on to chime in. But do you see Atlanta being a fit for Belichick?
Oddly enough, man, I don't know if we talked about it, but I actually could. Yeah, I'm trying to be serious, man. What are you talking about, Grand Eyes? I think it could. Reason why I say that is they because Arthur Blank, doesn't really they have a good relationship. But also because Arthur Blank is the type of owner where he does not interfere, from what I can tell, with the coach and with that system. He's like,
true. But they got Terry Fontenot, the GM, and Rich McKay is still an advisor, I believe, for them.
So I mean, and I think if Belichick steps back from the GM role a little bit, but hey, he's obviously going to have his input. I can still see that he's going to get another quarterback. That's for sure.
No
but
doubt.
They have a good running back,
good tight end that they just drafted.
Ritter is not the dude.
They will start drafting straight defense, I think, to try to get the defense up to part of what he wants.
They could find a possible, maybe a backup somewhere, somebody that was a backup that could probably play quarterback for the time being to kind of just keep the ship afloat. I will say this though, but this is the thing, because we're looking at Atlanta, we're looking at Carolina, we're looking at Tennessee. A lot of these, I think the most attractive job out there is the Chargers, but I think the Chargers have who they pretty much want in their minds, and I don't think it's Belichick. And then at the same time, it's not like Belichick. Now, understand this: Belichick is probably the most storied, if not one of the most storied, if the most storied head coaches in the league of in the NFL league and NFL history. So then you got to think, well, which owner would want to bring him in that could actually bring in some more, revenue, hype, tickets and stuff like that. Think of a team that's just been bad for quite a while. If they had a coach in Belichick that people would want to come out there and see, and buy tickets to see. So, I mean, I can see Atlanta doing it, but at the same time, I can see Carolina trying to pull that.
I don't think he can work with Tepper. Tepper's a jackass. I don't see Belichick being able to commingle with somebody as stupid as this owner. I mean, the dude threw a cup of ice at a fan because they booed after they threw another goddamn interception in front of all 50 fans.
Yeah. Oh, 50. Wow.
I think the Chargers are trying to get Harbaugh as well. I don't know what's going to happen, but I think that's who the Chargers really want. If he doesn't leave Michigan, then I think they rethink what they can. I know Tepper wants Harbaugh also in Carolina. Like I said, though, I don't know what coach in their right mind would touch that Carolina job.
If Chargers don't get Harbaugh, don't be surprised if Belichick end up there, because now he has a quarterback that he can work with. He's got some pieces over there.
Yeah, but was he really the quarterback guy? I mean, we keep talking about a quarterback because they ended up with Brady.
It wasn't the fact that he's a quarterback guy. It's the fact that he had a quarterback that could run that system that he had. And Brady did.
And he had a good OC.
He had a good OC. Yeah.
Now,
that's going to be the issue. That's going to be the issue, because if he goes to the Chargers, Belichick goes to the Chargers, is he going to be able to trust Kellen Moore to do that?
In Vegas?
Oh, dog, let me tell you this. Whoever comes in Kellen Moore probably looking for a job this year. I don't think no one on that staff is retained. I don't think anyone from that Chargers staff is retained. That staff was shit.
Yeah.
I think that whole staff is gone. I think Belichick comes in and brings his whole own regime. Ain't no leftovers for that shit. I don't think so.
Oh, you know what? I would agree with you. The fact that the Chargers would probably be the best fit for him, even though I do believe Justin Herbert is a top 15 quarterback, 13 at most or at best.
I'm still not sold on that cat, bro. And maybe he just hasn't had the weapons to prove me otherwise yet.
What has he had to his first coach was shit. Then you give him another offer. Then you give him the Cowboys. Then you see what that shit sucks.
They didn't give Anthony Lynn did decent with Tyrod Taylor as his quarterback in San Diego. And they didn't give him enough chance. They run him out of town and they go, oh shit, we messed up. We wanted somebody else who can't do this shit. Yeah. At least they were relevant on defense at that time and they were sustainable on offense. They just fell off the map. Ooh.
Seattle. Huh? I forgot all about that. Seattle. That might be a good look too. And watch Pete Carroll go. Oh wow. This is gonna be interesting. It's gonna be interesting to see who goes where. But I think there's nobody that wants the Carolina job. And I think whoever goes to Carolina is probably just somebody who just wants that opportunity to coach.
Yeah, Reed, you're dead on. That the Carolina job is going to have to be for a young person that's trying to prove that they can be amongst the NFL coaching ranks and building something up. An older coach that's already been established is not going to be the one that's going to take that Carolina job. An established coach that has, a reputation. I don't see them going in working with a Tepper.
Man, listen, nobody goes to watch Carolina games anyway.
They did when Cam was there.
When Cam was there, when you had Ron Rivera there, you had something.
Wait a minute.
Wow, Matt Patricia. Ooh, pull it up, my grandson.
Wow.
Wait.
Real talk, though. Real talk.
And Matt Patricia
Did you just say? Did you just say? Wait, say that again, man.
Who you talking to? You talking to me?
No, I'm talking to Reed. What'd you just say, man? About
Carolina when they had Cam Newton over there.
Okay, that's what I thought you said.
Look, that's when people.
How long ago was that?
It was a while back. It was a while back.
Okay, yeah.
I get it, but the question was when was the last time people came to go watch Carolina?
Facts. That is what we
said. This season,
you had something that was beneficial to watch on the field
at a game.
Even when Cam came back for like that 1 or 2 games or whatever that he came back that one season, when people was happy to see Cam come back there, they ain't had nothing since.
They were selling.
Oh, Bryce Young.
They were selling tickets for 77 cents.
Shit.
To a professional football game in Carolina.
With every game too.
Those are facts.
77 cents.
I'm not laughing at that. No, you're right. Because
$25 to get me on the 50-yard line.
You made me look that shit up, and I was wetting my pants on that. Oh hell no, I can't do that again. I can't do that again.
Bro, 77 cents for a professional football game.
But dude, like Grant said, Jerry Richardson was the owner, and if it didn't come out that he had made some somewhat racist remarks or whatever, he would still be owner. That team would probably be in better, or his family would still have ownership. The team would be in a better state. They got a business guy in there that wants to be a football guy, and this shit don't work for him. He doesn't have the personality to be successful in a NFL owner. I just don't see it right now. Yeah, Carolina's a dumpster fire, bro. I don't see nobody, like I said, really want that job unless that's like either going to be the coaching graveyard or the bounce back of the year.
It's not a deal. 78% is not a deal.
the new
It shouldn't
Browns.
be giving it away.
It's the new Browns.
You said
Stoggs, he froze again. He froze. He about to go bye-bye. Look at him.
Oh,
He going bye-bye.
and hot
Anyway.
spot is cold as hell.
Cold as ice. So that's done. We had Belichick. We talked about that. There were 7 jobs, and one thing that came up on our show the other night, Reed, that kind of stuck in my mind today when I was thinking about things. Washington Commanders made a change. Rivera's gone. They had hired Eric Bieniemy supposedly as coach in waiting, or going to be the next head coach. We haven't heard anything that Bieniemy is going to be the coach, right?
Mm-hmm.
Does it change the dynamic and makeup of what the Commanders are going to do, and what does that mean for Eric Bieniemy?
If there's any time that Bieniemy needs to become the head coach of a team, it would be now.
And do you still think that the Commanders will be the team that he needs to be the head coach of, or do you think that he needs to look elsewhere?
They should be the team. Now, the fact has he been getting interviews from other teams?
Oh man, I gotta pull up and see who's been doing what, man, because I know a lot of the players said that he came in rubbing them the wrong way, but at the same time, we know that there was an accountability by Eric Bieniemy, and the team did start performing a little bit better. It had to be to where Ron Rivera was not holding them accountable. They weren't doing a lot of things well. We knew the season wasn't going well. We knew the changes were going to happen, but does Bieniemy really have a chance to have that job, or does he even really want that job? Or is it like, you know what, it's time to go elsewhere and do something else somewhere else? Jay Styles, we're talking about Eric Bieniemy. After you and I talked about how he was supposed to be the next coach and waiting, and then all this happens in DC with the Commanders.
Yeah, what would have been the reason for him to leave KC then?
Well, it's a little bit more money to be that coordinator, and then supposedly get the job once Rivera retired. But yet he got fired. He didn't get a chance to just step up gracefully.
You know what I'm saying? If any time, it'll be now. You know.
Let's see. Are any of these coach firings have coaches that should help out the Buccaneers, the Bengals, or the Cowboys? Oh, wow. Grandize, I have not thought about that in a whole as far as the coaches that are out there, where they could step in and do other things and what they would be good at. I don't know. I mean, Belichick, you look at some of these coaches out there. Belichick, to me, he's head coach or nothing. Belichick isn't taking a coordinator's job, and nor should he. He has a reputation, and that speaks for itself to where he's a head coach. Right. If Antonio Pierce was not to get the Raiders job, I wouldn't mind seeing Todd. If Todd Bowles was retained in Tampa, I wouldn't mind seeing Todd reach out to AP and have him come in and be the coordinator, because Todd Bowles was taking on both roles. And everyone who knows me and heard me talk on game's Peter perspective, I am not a fan of your head coach doubling up and being a coordinator as well, especially when the margin of error is a lot smaller for Todd Bowles than it is a lot of the people. So I believe that he needs to really focus on just being the head coach and have other people in place to do the things they need to do to help that team be successful. So that's one person that I could see. I could see, coming over to Tampa, Antonio Pierce, if he got let go by the Raiders, to come on and be the DC in Tampa.
And he should be the Raiders coach. He should.
No doubt.
I know that he's interviewed with Tennessee. He's interviewing for Tennessee. So, yeah.
But so AP and Vrabel not that different.
No.
But I feel you.
No, they're not. I mean, it's you run, have good defense. If you set it up with that and get your quarterback and an OC And again, I keep pointing back to that, man. Look, if you're a defensive coach, you got to get a good OC that's willing to play the game as it is now. The game is very different than when it was.
Yeah, go ahead, Reed.
Say Stoggs, man. If Cowboys don't win it, where you see Dan Quinn, man? Is he coming back, or because he's a hot commodity too?
If they win it, he gone. I think win or lose, Dan Quinn's gonna be out there. Somebody's gonna try to hire him.
True, and I think it really comes down to, honestly, how much does Jerry Jones want to keep Dan Quinn as opposed to McCarthy? Because he has been known to fire a Super Bowl winning coach.
True.
So he could say, you know what? Dan Quinn's the future. McCarthy, thank you. Appreciate you.
Hold on, dog. Let me. So you think what Super Bowl coach has he fired before? And don't say Barry Switzer, because we all know that was a puppet to fill in for Jimmy.
The only other Super Bowl. Yeah, Jimmy was the only other one he's had. Who else won a Super Bowl?
Right after he won it.
Yeah. So, and I guess Jimmy's the only one that you need to fire for it to be of relevance of why we even talk about it. You're right. I feel you on that.
True. But I don't know, man. I think it's a hard thing because if it were me, I'd just go to him and say, listen, we're going to pay you like a head coach, but you're going to be the DC. But we're going to pay you like the head coach. Because this is what I told someone last night. You can look at how great they were this whole season, in the past 3 seasons since he's been here, 2 seasons, whatever. Great defense, amazing, out of this world. But people still remember Atlanta, and they still remember the Super Bowl.
Damn.
And you know,
facts, man.
You get if he goes and interviews for a head coaching job, he'll get it. I guaranteed he'll get it. But that always will be that question.
That's my hangover.
Yeah, but is he going to choke in the big game?
He's going to win to get that from over his head. You're right.
He has to win a Super Bowl to get it off.
Yeah.
So if you say, hey, look, I'm going to pay you like a head coach, but you can be the DC of this great defensive unit, and your name can go, like, here's the deal, bro. People don't remember Buddy Ryan for being the head coach. You know what they remember him for?
The 46 defense.
85 Bears. The 46 defense and the 85 Bears. And the Eagles, in the Giants. And bro, as a DC, that's what they remember him for. They don't remember him for being a head coach. You can be, Dan Quinn can be that. That's the pitch you need to give to him.
But they're already paying him better than a regular defensive coordinator salary. They did that to keep him here.
They paid him big money.
Yeah.
And that's how they kept him. You keep doing that. Because you can do that. You got money. There's no cap on a coach. That doesn't go against your cap. So I say pay him the money and say, hey, you can go down as a greatest coach of all time. Yes, it's a DC, but hey, people talk about Buddy Ryan in reverence.
Wow.
That's a fact.
Oh, Stock said I was Tubi before Tubi.
Dude, he was Tubi for Tubi, man. The garbage picking head coach Carolina for this phenomenon made for TV movie. Straight to Tubi, baby. Straight to Tubi.
I'm gonna go ahead and say this before these playoffs even start. Thought about all these different championships and whatnot. And I think the Cowboys will end up in the NFC Championship this year.
Facts.
I honestly believe that. My only concern is who they're going to play. If it's San Francisco, you might have an issue. And then at the same time, if Detroit beats the Rams.
Mm.
You just might want to watch. They could be a possible dark horse team. I don't have faith in Philly because Philly has just sucked.
No.
Well, fuck, Philly gonna lose Monday night.
That's what I'm saying. I don't have no faith in Philly.
Yeah.
So I think it's pretty much Cowboys is.
This is the year. This is the year.
If they can get past that San Francisco hump,
let me take my hat off and I'm gonna pull this down so people can see. Look, when you look at how it sets up, the Rams can beat San Fran. I believe that the Rams right now have a good chance to beat San Fran, and or Detroit can beat San Fran. I believe that. Okay. If that happens, it is the Cowboys to lose to get to the Super Bowl. Now, past that, I can't call anything because Baltimore they're him. Okay. Yeah. They are a beast. You cannot count them out at all. Okay. But if San Fran is beat by any team, by the Rams or Detroit,
it's an overlay.
You're going to see the Cowboys in the Super Bowl. You're going to see the Cowboys in the Super Bowl. Book it.
I agree, though. For real. I agree.
I'm not speaking that shit to existence. Fuck all that.
I'm just saying it's matchup. I'm not saying it in a fair perspective. I'm just looking at the whole thing.
The conversation we had. I told you when you were sitting up here making excuses with me, when Joe was over here, you're like, well, I don't know, I don't believe you. I said, Joe, he's trying to soften the blow just in case they don't make it. So he was preparing himself, Reed. We did a show one night, and Jay Stoggs was like, well, I'm still not sold. They still have to do this, this, and this to prove to me that they can. And the nigga was he was trying to soften the load just in case they fucked up and lost in the playoffs.
No.
When realistically, when I said that Dallas and San Francisco are the two best teams in the NFC, I believe they should meet up again for the NFC Championship, and it will not be as easy as everyone thinks for San Fran like they did them the first time they played. I think Dallas has a legit chance to win that game and represent the NFC in the Super Bowl. I really do believe that. As much as you never hear me say, hey, do Cowboys.
Yeah, no, they're going to go. So listen to what I said. We're talking about go to the Super Bowl. Now, one of the things that we talked about was how that offense was set up, right? And the fact that Michael Gallup was getting more targets than CeeDee Lamb. That's an issue, and they're not going to win that way, and they weren't, okay? When they went on the road and they were trying to target Gallup 13 times a game and they were targeting CeeDee Lamb 7, that's ridiculous. That is insane. You're not going to win that way. But guess what happens? CeeDee Lamb says, look here, Mike. And Mike said, yo, what's up? What's going on? Look here, man. You got to pass me the damn ball. You got to give me the damn ball. Well, I'm just trying to give Zach, try to give him a chance to just go ahead and make sure, he's going through the progression. No, hey, fuck all that. Pass me the ball. When you do that, guess what happens? You now have your number one receiver being a number one receiver. Michael Gallup he's not a 1, he's not a 2. He's a 3 on a great day with a good knee.
Shit, he's a number 5. What you talking about? Gallup sucks.
Well, I said 3 on a great day with a good knee. It ain't a great day, and he don't have a good knee. So there you go. I'm not going to put him past
taking up a jersey at this point.
Damn.
But I'm just saying. You say he's a jersey.
You taking up a jersey. He just a roster spot. That's what he is.
But it's
Grandison. Yes, I can't imagine that. That would be awesome.
Hell,
but they don't want that for TV.
Bucks Browns. No one wants that. No one wants that.
That wouldn't be entertaining.
You're correct. No one.
Come on, man. Y'all ain't gotta be like that. It can be entertaining, bro.
Dude, that'll be a 5-2 game. The final of that game will be 5-2.
With the quarterbacks that you have now, Baker against no, bro.
Hey man,
it'll be 5-2, bro.
We can score points. What are you talking about?
It'll be another 9-0 game.
No, it won't.
They all won against Carolina.
And that's a great game. Fuck what you heard. Defense is awesome to watch. I don't know what you motherfuckers are talking about. I'll take a 9-0 Super Bowl. I know all
you would.
I know all you high flying, the game has changed. We have to throw the ball. We have to score. Fuck that. Defense wins championships.
I love defense too, but people want to see the ball go down the field. They like that. They like big scores. They like shootouts. They don't want to see hard hitting, in the trenches type of game.
Yeah, you're right.
SoFi, that's grass, right? Not SoFi. The Vegas field, is that grass?
Vegas is grass. Vegas is turf. Did you see how raggedy it looked the last game of the season too?
SoFi is a beautiful stadium.
It's turf.
I give them that. I was in Cali not too long ago. It's a beautiful stadium.
Okay, so it's a turf stadium, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, I mean,
very lit though. Very lit.
Yeah, I mean, that's that old school grass in your helmet and in your face mask kind of deal where people don't want to see that anymore. They want to see high flying, like you said, just hey, let me see how deep I can throw the ball.
I miss football. I miss the football played on the baseball field. I used to be I think the Raiders used to do that.
Hey, no, a couple teams did. Yes, Reed. That shit sucks. Don't ever. You might have looked how that shit looked on TV. Dog, you hated when that ball got spotted in the fucking infield. You like, God damn, I'm on this baseball dirt. You couldn't get no grip. You slipping, you falling. It burned your forearms up. That shit is awful, dog.
Hey.
You think that really? Why did you think they're gonna beat the Rams?
I hope they do, man.
It's not like it would be like an upset.
Fuck the Rams.
I think this is a push. I think this is a game where either one can win.
Cowboys, they just got cheated out of the game.
Rams beat us.
Stop it. Don't do that. Stop.
All right, but okay, I'm just gonna say one thing. And
that was a fucked up call.
So
man
that big
go over there and say that
Jay Stocks, exactly. So that big motherfucker walked over there and told the referee. Okay, so listen to Stocks. Listen, just listen. So you telling me that big motherfucker walked over there and said, "Hey, I like your referee shirt," and walked back to the huddle? No, he reported eligible.
That was bull. I ain't gonna lie. That
First
was
of all, we don't know what was said, but I can imagine.
You know what was said,
big
bro.
mofos over there. You got three big mofos over there, and one guy says, "I'm reporting." You don't know who said what. You just hear, "I'm reporting." It's three cats over there, so they can confuse the Cowboys, and they confuse the refs. That's their fault. One person, "Hey, I'm reporting," and you go. But you tried to be cute, and that's what you get. That's what you get. You got cute.
Whatever makes it easy for you to live with, we will see. I think we'll see the Cowboys and Detroit face off again in the playoffs. Detroit gets revenge on Dallas for that win on that Saturday night. The Cowboys fans are saying fire Mike after that. I just changed my whole mind about the whole fucking playoffs just because of the way you answered that goddamn question.
I can see Cowboys in lines coming back. I can see them running that back. I see that. I could. But I still feel like Cowboys can have some.
It starts just moving.
Y'all chopping up. I can't. It just, I just listen for my name. I'm like Cliff Huxtable, man. I just listen for my name.
I still think the Cowboys got a good chance of representing the NFC in the Super Bowl, though. I really do. I mean, I'm not changing my thought on that. But we getting hot at the right time. That's all I'm saying. Anyway, we need to. Hey man, we didn't do oh hell no the other night. But before we move on to this, would you rather? I just gotta ask the question, y'all. How many of y'all did y'all watch the goddamn Cat Williams interview at all?
Watch the whole thing.
You watched the whole thing, Reed?
Watch the whole thing.
You watched it twice, J Suggs. You have 5 hours out your
whole thing.
You have 5 hours out your life to watch the whole Cat Williams interview.
It was in pieces, but I watched the whole thing. Yes, sir.
Yeah, this I had to watch it in pieces, but yeah.
I watched. Yeah, I mean, it was a whole like 2:48.
Like yeah, about yeah, close to 3 hours.
I hadn't even started. I started watching. I stopped because I was like, I don't want to get pulled in here for 2 hours and 40 minutes. I didn't think I
pulled in for 2 hours and 40 minutes. You are. You pretty much hung on every word this man says, man. It's a damn good interview.
And he has another interview with someone else.
I think right after that one, Willie D. Really? I just wanted with Willie D. I need to check it out too.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, now, that's it.
BGSE Network, the home where sports and entertainment collide. And there's no bigger entertainment figure when he puts himself out there as Cat Williams, because he's relevant enough that people want to hear him. To cross the bridge and sit down with everybody like to call Unc now, Uncle Shen, Uncle Shay Shay, whatever. Do y'all think that this helps sports? Dude, I'm so amazed by this. Is the second most watched video in YouTube history now. The second most watched video or interview in YouTube history. To where now you got people that have never really knew who the hell Shannon Sharpe was going back and checking out all his sports stuff as well. Is it a coincidence that it went down like this, or is it just something that's good that's out there, or I don't know, man. It's just crazy as hell to me.
Well, you know, Shannon part of the elite club, though. You know, so
when you say elite, what you mean? Like I felt like it was.
You know, he's on that side over there.
So he on that Hollywood side.
Yeah.
You can't hear. You can't hear.
No, I'm good. I can hear.
Oh.
No, I can hear. No, I can hear.
Oh, okay.
No, that's what I'm just saying. Is,
you know,
it's definitely relevant. I mean, he's one of the things he said, and he was talking to Ocho Cinco and talking about Shay Shay, Big Unc, right? Was he said, look, I am not an interviewer. I have conversations. And that's what he put it out as, you know, people are like, well, you should have asked this. And he's like, I just have conversations. And I ask questions, but I am not a trained interviewer. That is not what I do. I have conversations. And that's what he did. And I think what the question was, you know, as far as people seeing this and then going back and watching the sports stuff that he does, hey, whatever gets you there, because I'm gonna tell you what, you know what Stephen A is nothing but, you know, clickbait. If you ask me, he's a troller. That's what he does. He trolls. He's a troller.
Hey man, I know, but
he's gonna find the topic and be on the other side.
Got you.
Oh, yeah, they've been going back and forth. I haven't seen that, man. I don't like neither of them.
So you want to see who's going to outdo who's going to get the better of them, because like you said, it's people, they don't like Stephen A and they hate Jason Whitlock even more. So it's like, I tell you what, let me see if Stephen A's going to get him. And there are people like, you know what, Whitlock's not bad, but I really hate Stephen A. So let me see if he's going to get him. It's first take all over again, right? So it's clickbait, man. And at that point, I'm like, look, if you spitting information or if you spitting something that can enhance the experience, like talking to Big Game and saying, hey, man, okay, tell me what it's like to play in cold weather. And he tells you, hey, I remember in Green Bay getting hit and I felt like my face fell off, like a crack and fell off on the ground. Like, there you go. You know what I'm saying? Like, Stephen A don't have nothing like that. Jason Whitlock don't have nothing like that, man. They clickbait, bro.
Hey, but on the lines of the Cat Williams thing, with some of the stuff he said and getting at all the different people he came at, do you think it was necessary for him to come out with this interview and just, as he said, spill all the beans and talk about everybody the way he did? Was it a necessary evil that needed to be done, or what did he gain? What did Cat Williams gain by airing out everybody dirty laundry?
Look, I'm gonna say this, man. This comes no matter what you're doing, especially when you have a face in the game, whatever the game may be, whether it's sports, whether it's entertainment, movies, whatever the case may be, everything that's done in the dark eventually has to come into the light. And whether it's you or whether it's all the other people that's inside of that entertainment cloud that you're in and all the people, your associates and whatnot, it's going to be somebody at some point in time that is going to eventually reveal some things that are going out. Doesn't matter, man, because at the end of the day, these things will always somehow at some point get reported, get, told. So, I mean, it's only just a matter of time. Cat Williams just so happened to be the person to let the cat out the bag this time. But we've heard it in professional sports. We've heard it in movies. We've heard it in all sorts of things. It's just Cat was the guy to do it this time. So it's got a lot of people, looking scared and everything, looking behind their backs. I mean, look at the shit with Diddy. Look at the shit with TD Jakes. Who would have thought, right? Who would have thought? It's a lot of people that knew this shit a long time ago, especially here locally. It's a lot of people knew that stuff. It just what so happened, it gets pushed out, and then finally your dirt is being exposed of what you really been doing. And it's usually the people that you really don't think is gonna say something that ends up saying something and exposing that shit. So
got to be more careful.
Got to be careful.
Got to.
So he shit. It was bound to happen at some point in time. So hell yeah, it's necessary. Hell yeah, it's necessary because that's how it's supposed to be in life.
I don't believe all the stuff he said, but you're right, Reed.
Yeah, I'm serious. Something is eventually gonna have to expose the shit that you're doing.
Yeah, no, I feel you on that. I mean, and you said it best. What gets done in the dark will come to light if it's shit you shouldn't be doing. It happened. You're right.
Thanks.
But I'm gonna check it out because I've seen I just seen a bunch of the snippets and the clips and the cutouts, but I kind of want to just hear him lay it out there. And Shannon said he started talking, and I didn't even have to ask no questions. I just let him talk, and so I just kind of want to see that.
He makes some real good points, man. He made a lot of real good points, man. Really did.
Man, listen. Just check out the reactions of people that he talked about. Like Ricky Smiley has already put something out. Cedric the Entertainer's already put something out, as far as reactions to the interview. So
ain't none of them said that he lied.
I'm just saying.
Ain't none of them able to say that he lied. But they in their feelings.
So y'all trying to say Ricky Smiley had a contract where he had to dress up as a woman to do a movie with Cat Williams?
That's what Cat said. He had a contract that he put that in there. But Cat made a good point. He said guys like Ricky Smiley and guys like Tyler Perry. So those guys are known for dressing as women. They can only do women roles. They can't do other kind of roles. That's what they're known for. He said Tyler Perry can't be a believable man in a movie because you only see him as what? Medea. Ricky Smiley can only be that old lady that he plays.
Bernice. Man, Tyler Perry was believable as Alex Cross, dog.
Name one male role that he's done that makes him believable. Everybody believes him when he dresses up as Medea.
I just said it, Alex Cross, man. He played a good part in that movie.
No, man. And then it does. Tyler Perry makes movies for women. It's not for men.
No doubt.
None of his movies, none of these TV shows that he made to be on BET, none of that stuff is directed towards men or for men. It's for women.
So you said when men watch it, they do it to keep their woman company. But your woman really want to tune in and watch.
But you gonna sit there and be watching that shit by yourself? No.
No, I ain't never watched the Medea by myself. You ain't never lied. I feel where you coming from on that, dog. No lies told.
All the queens, man, you watching that shit? No. The Oval, nigga, no. He got about 4 BET shows. I ain't never seen one episode.
Oh shit!
He's probably been on the set of P-Valley too. Shit, what you talking about? Man,
Lord Jesus,
Cat wasn't lying. That shit really good. Look, and if you really pay attention, Cat started exposing that stuff a long time. You remember the first special, the very first special when he came out there, he talked about that magic party. And he said Professor Ogilvy.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. When he said he went to the party and saw all that stuff going on in the different rooms, and he said, "Is that Professor Opie?" And everybody went crazy. He was trying to tell you. But you know, folks just didn't want to pick up.
Yeah, I mean, at some point in time, man, you listen to and take in what's easier for you to believe. Especially that's like if your hero or something else, something was going on for somebody, and you don't want to believe it, so you gonna find a reason for it not to be true until that shit come back again. You be like, damn, there's no lies told. Because not trying to be funny, but the one guy that he talked about, Weinstein, the one in Hollywood that's in all the trouble now, that he said he wasn't talking about. He tried to, he wanted to suck my penis, and I told him no. Somebody else that I met personally talked to me about being in Hollywood and how foul and messed up it was, and that they couldn't, they did some writing stuff, but they didn't really mess around with it because it was too much going on in Hollywood that they just could not associate themselves with. And that dude's name came up saying that a lot of people accused him of molesting them and raping them when they were young kids, auditioning for parts. And the next thing you know, they were written and blackballed out of Hollywood. And then all this stuff comes to light years later to where you realize that Corey Feldman and all those people, they told no lies. They were telling the truth about these fools the whole time, man. Shit's crazy, dog.
Cat said that it was Cat said in that interview, he said it was a thing. He was invited to a party or something like that, a meeting. He said it was him and it was another actor who just so happened to be Ludacris. And he said when they got to the thing, he said it was an offer on the table that I guess you was gonna get some money, but then you'll be in like 10 movies or something like that. And Cat wasn't with it. Cat left. He said, but obviously, he said, well, how many Fast and Furious movies have they made since then?
Damn.
Luda been in with them, like all of them. Like he's like,
right, dog.
Fuck.
Man.
Bro, it's a dirty game. It's a dirty game. And then I was actually shout out to my man T, man. Shout out to T Jones. I was just talking to him the other day about he was saying about the gatekeepers, man. Where I was asking him about, and I've heard millions of stories about these guys coming into these parties and things like that, and they go into this back room with these these top executives that nobody they don't say their names or nothing like that. And I always wonder why they don't say their name, why they don't, when people make these accusations, how come they don't say the executive or the people that was in that room? How come they don't name those names?
Right.
Stuff like that, And I always figured that if they was to even say something, they'd be dead within the week. I'm serious. Like they'd be dead within the week for exposing.
That's crazy. But now, I mean, ain't that crazy? Because you hear that Diddy's ex, supposedly she died unexpectedly, accidental, not knowing what's wrong. Then you start to think, you hear all these crazy things come out. You're like, was she killed because she was going to expose this fool?
She was a completely healthy woman. She was getting ready to write a book exposing some things about Diddy. Diddy shut it up. The thing about it is that I'm not saying that I know everything, but I know people that know people that stuff over here. Stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? And they said Diddy got killers, man. That's why people really don't fuck with Diddy like that, because Diddy got killers, man. Diddy got people that he can call and hire that could, shut you up. And unfortunately, she was one of them.
Shit.
She was one of them. But
ooh-wee. Hey, man. We ain't gonna turn this to no somber moment here on the Chop Shop on BGSE Network. The Buff Nerd is trying to fix his Wi-Fi, and I know we were supposed to get into the Wildcard weekend a little bit more. I put my predictions out there yesterday, but when it comes to, we can run through our predictions real quick. We got a would you rather for you guys, so we're gonna do that. The Buff Nerd is trying to fix his Wi-Fi because he said he was just real choppy on his end. Hard for him to see us. He's trying to fix that and come back on before we finish up. If he does not come back on, you can check out the Buff Nerd J Stocks now on the Big Game Sports Buzz Thursday nights, 8:30 p.m. Central Time here on the BGSE Network, and that's on Facebook, YouTube, and X. And we will start getting there. You can catch my man A. Reed on Man Cave Mondays on BGSE Network. But Reed, what's your predictions running down these games before we get ready and get out of here today, man? So Bills,
Casey's gonna beat Miami.
Go ahead. I'm with you on that one.
Casey will beat Miami. I would like to see the Texans do an upset, but I think the Browns is going to end up taking that game.
I picked the Browns too. What about Steelers, Bills?
Believe it or not, I want to pick Steelers. Might be Bills. I want to say Steelers for an upset. I just don't have faith in Bills like that.
And Reed, when I did my short yesterday and my picks, my Wildcard weekend picks, I said the Bills are a better team and should win, but my heart's telling me that this is going to be the Steelers. And I said Bills, but realistically, I don't trust Josh Allen. So if Pittsburgh wins that game, wouldn't surprise me not.
Pittsburgh win this game. Pittsburgh win this game, you got to start shaking up Buffalo. You got to start shaking up Buffalo.
Damn, that's facts. That's facts right there. That's facts right there. And then on the NFC side, Green Bay and Dallas. I think we all got the Cowboys in that one.
Dallas will win that. Yeah.
Detroit and the Rams. I've switched my pick twice in that game, but I said Rams yesterday. I said Detroit on Thursday, and right now I feel like I'm leaning back towards Detroit again.
Yeah, I'm gonna say Detroit. That's a hungry team.
Yeah, okay.
Hungry team.
And then when it comes to Tampa Bay and the Philadelphia Eagles, not just being a homer because I'm rocking the hat, and y'all see the jersey back there. It's not because I rocked it. It's just because I believe the Philadelphia Eagles have turned into a straight disaster. They're banged up. I believe that we can take advantage of them at home on Monday night, man. So I really think Tampa can win that game.
Tampa with the upset, man.
Yeah.
Tampa with the upset.
Yeah. So all that being said, man, we about to listen. What you got for me on that would you rather, dog? Because I know you shocking me sometimes, bro, make it hard for me to pick.
I try, man. But I try to make it cool, man. But here's one for you, man. So just put yourself in the mind as a head coach. All right, you're a head coach, and you and the owner don't see eye to eye. And the owner has already told you that you're going to be released or you're going to be replaced at the end of the season. All right. You got one game left in the season before your tenure is up. Are you winning this game, or do you not give a damn at all?
Oh, damn. See, there's two ways you can take that, Reed. I like that question. I can say F you to the owner and just lose the game and not care. But me personally, knowing in that situation, I'm done, not going to be there a long time, going to move on. I'm going to need to win that game to help my resume and help me get another job. So I'm going to try to win that game.
Makes sense.
And at the end of the day, and not just that, at the end of the day, when it comes down to it, and a lot of your coaches have been in that situation, most of these guys are going to try to do it for their players, so they still got your best interest. And so even though you want to stick it to the man, for the most part, that real coach is going to be like, look, I got my dogs here. We're going to go out. We're going to try to get this last one together. Then I'm going to be, then I'll go about my business.
Right on. Okay. Let me give you this last one right here, man.
All right.
Would you rather want a coach or would you rather want a quarterback who's an asshole that you will follow through the season?
Damn.
Like somebody you can't stand. Would you rather just, I mean, you know what I'm saying? You either have beef with the coach or you have beef with that quarterback, but you got to deal with this motherfucker for the whole season.
It depends on the type of asshole. If it's a type of asshole as a coach to where he's doing it to get the best out of me, knowing that he can pick my buttons, I'm going to take that because he can get the most out of me. If you're an asshole as a quarterback, but you're still not performing, I can't have you be an asshole and can't get the job done, dog. That's not going to work at all. So I'm going to say, give me the butthole coach. It's hard to take. That's a good one, Grandizer. It's hard to accept sometimes, but at the same time, you know, the Grandizer said Aaron Rodgers. So Aaron Rodgers is that butthole coach. But sometimes I think he made it about him more so than about the team and winning when he was in Green Bay late. I don't know. I'm going to say coach, bro. What about you, Reed?
It'd have to be coach. It'd have to be coach. I'm saying because to have a quarterback, especially if I had a quarterback that was such an asshole, like, it'd be some fights in the locker room. And then, especially like you said, what if he's over here throwing picks and he's all that old bullshit, man? Like, fuck you, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, ain't nobody paying attention to your book. Because, you know, you can tell, like, when it just, the old lineman won't block. They'll let you get sacked. Listen to them. They'll let you get sacked. Like,
oh, shit.
Man, you go right past me, man. Knock his ass out. Fuck that.
Now, Grandizer, I did not have Jeff George on my team. He was with Washington, the Redskins at the time when I had a chance to get one of my first sacks. So, never played with him. Hey, Wallace, thanks, man, for tuning in, brother. We appreciate your support every single time you come on here. And, man, make sure y'all continue to tune in and share the podcast with your favorite people. Hey, man, it's been a long time. I'm glad we had a chance to come on here today to do this chop shop. Again, I'm Big Game James. This is the musicologist A. Reed. You can catch us on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, X. You can also listen to us on your favorite podcast platforms, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Amazon Music, and a couple more. So make sure y'all tune in, hit those links below. They'll take you to all our stuff. And until next time, we appreciate it. Make sure y'all catch my man A. Reed Mondays on BGS Network for MCSP Radio and Man Cave Express. Until next time, peace.
Peace.